I'm here today to share with you an application which is called a Seaboyer Application, Seaboyer. This is an application under the criminal code where you're trying to introduce prior sexual history or conduct of a victim. Now, it's not an easy thing to bring or prove because generally the criminal code says this is not relevant, and quite properly so. There's been a rule of law brought down in Canada over the years that, look, you can't just start willy-nilly introducing someone's prior sexual history. It doesn't mean they're any less worthy of belief. For example, they're a prostitute. That doesn't mean they're any less worthy of belief or more likely to have consented. But there are exceptions. There's exceptions to every rule, and sometimes the prior history of a person is very relevant. And in that context, if you feel it is, if your client tells you, for example, well, look, we used to be in a relationship where we had this pattern, same pattern of sex on the night in question, or look, the victim says, look, I was very sore in the genital area. Well, we know that she had sex early in the day, for example, with another man. Well, that could show that type of physical condition. I could give you many examples, but in the proper context, it still is admitted into Canadian law. It's vigorously argued in court. Now, this type of application, it's argued, several months before the trial, so the judge can make a ruling, and the judge is going to say yay or no, nay. Well, yes, you can introduce that she had sex with a man early in the day to explain that physical condition, or you can't. Again, many examples that I won't go through, but I've been very successful in these applications for the years, and it's been very fruitful, and it's served to win many cases, including cases of honest but mistaken belief and consent, for example, between a husband and wife who've had this pattern of sex throughout their whole relationship. Now, that's brought about 3 months before the trial, and the other great benefit of it is you find out who the trial judge is, so you can stick with that trial judge or stick with your judge and jury, depending whether you like the trial judge or not. So very important, when the lawyer you hire, canvass with them whether there's prior sexual conduct that the complainant has that may assist your case. And your lawyer, they're going to bring that application and hopefully be successful in your case and trying to create reasonable doubt.